Hi, I'm TaDae's pal. I'm 19, originally from Washington, D.C., but I moved here from South Carolina. My childhood was a little bit all over the place. My childhood has always been very family oriented. I was raised by a single mother, but we moved a lot. So we moved from Maryland to South Carolina, and we were always kind of back and forth from Maryland to South Carolina, traveling up and down the road. But my childhood was pretty good, though. I could say it was actually pretty enjoyable. I had a lot of good times in my childhood. The passing of my mother, who was a single mother of three, she passed away. So kind of left me in a spot of like, what do you do now? What do you do next? And I ended up getting a job offering here in Atlanta. I was kind of young, so the job offering seemed like it was a good idea at the time. This day and time, I probably wouldn't have taken that job. But so that brought me here. I ended up working for that job. It was a show, so I worked the first season of it. And after that ended, it kind of the production company kind of just left me out in the water. Like it wasn't much help to help me find anything new or even come cast me for something else. So I started to have to find different 9-to-5 jobs working here, and that's how I ended up at State Farm Arena. COVID-19 has impacted my life dramatically. Just with that, it made me lose my job. I got let go because working at State Farm Arena, we depend on the crowds, we depend on the artists coming to perform, and we depend on the basketball games. So being that they've canceled literally all of that, there was nowhere for them to fit me in. I was working for an LLC that was working out a concession stand, so we were one of the first to be let go. And that resulted in me not being able to pay my rent, and which resulted in me being homeless on the streets, hopping hotel lobby to hotel lobby, trying to catch a quick nap. If I could get an hour, I would get an hour. If I could get 30 minutes, I'd get 30 minutes. I'd be on to the next hotel lobby. Lord, my mama, my mom, like just trying to pull strength from wherever I could pull strength from. God, my mom, my ancestors, just like if the people before me could do what they did, live their life, and that's why I'm here, then I can live mine. I'm going to push forward and keep pushing so that whoever comes after me will be here because I kept pushing. So just that I wanted to make it success kept me going. Scarcely, cause Sally, if you get caught inside of a hotel lobby, that's loitering. You're not supposed to do that. So they weren't all open to letting me eat and stuff in there and stuff like that. But you know, I would do what I had to do. I had to turn to some ways I didn't want to turn to eat sometimes, but you have to do what you have to do. So I'll say scarcely. I honestly came to the house and gained a few pounds. So resourcefulness, that is one thing. If you are ever in a situation, you must be resourceful and use Google. Google is your best friend. So I went to Google and I typed in youth shelters just because the homeless rate for youth in Atlanta is pretty high. So I knew that they would probably have a shelter directed to youth. So I went on Google and I looked up youth shelters and pulled up a few, but the Covenant House website seemed the most promising. It just offered the most programs, and I feel like it would be the most promising. My first week at Covenant House was actually very, very enjoyable. I enjoyed meeting other people coming from different walks of life, but in the same situation as me. I liked learning their stories and just learning how we all got here, and us working together to make sure that we never come back here. And I enjoyed that the staff were so, helpful with group and directing me until I got my case manager and just doing whatever they could to make sure that I was comfortable being that I was coming off the street. They, made sure I had my blankets, my pillows, I washed all my clothes. It was very almost like going to your grandmother's house after not seeing her in a few weeks. I dream to be a talk show host of the youngest African American male talk show host. That's my dream. I want to have my own talk show. I want to go to school for media and communications so I can get that done. Well, for one, by getting myself together, making sure I get back into school, get me some degrees under my belt so I'm educated and I know what I'm talking about. Going to school for media and communications would definitely be the direction I want to go so I can, get around the people I have to get around and network with the people I need to network with, and pretty much school and networking, I feel like that's what will get me there. Today, I'd say I'm struggling with being present, being here, being me now. It's so easy to get discouraged when in a situation like this that you go in your head and you just kind of go away. because you don't want to deal with what's on the outside. But I've learned that that's not healthy. Shouts out to Covenant House. That it's not healthy to dive into yourself when it's so much going on the outside. You know, like, you have to handle your situation that's going on the outside. You can't run from things. So just being present and handling what I need to handle. That's what I'm working on today. I am most thankful for Covenant House of Georgia. I am, because if I had not come to Covenant House, Lord knows where I would be. I would probably be on someone's hospital bed. So I am very, very thankful that Covenant House of Georgia opened their doors to me and that they've provided me with all they've provided me with, that they feed me 3 times every day. I am very, very thankful. I would like to thank the staff at Covenant House for working throughout the COVID-19, working and trying their best to make sure that everyone's comfortable. I would like to thank the youth at Covenant House for making that first step and just trying to better your life. And I would like to thank all the Covenant Houses over the nation just for being there for the youth and being there and giving them somewhere, giving them hope and being a beacon of light in their life.